Hey everyone, ready to take your English to a whole new level?
I know I am.
We're diving into this awesome guide today
Yeah.
that claims it can transform your English skills.
Mm-hmm.
And some of the stuff in here is seriously cool.
I was surprised by it.
We're talking about immersion techniques that are way beyond
Oh, yeah.
just textbooks.
Way beyond.
And even, get this, using voice assistants
Right.
to actually practice your English.
Like Alexa.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
So cool.
Yeah.
Great. Plus, we're going to uncover why making mistakes
I'll like this part.
is actually a secret weapon for learning
Yeah.
instead of something to be afraid of.
Right.
You know what I found really interesting about this guide, though?
What's that?
Is that it doesn't just throw a bunch of grammar rules at you.
Right?
It starts by asking a really big question.
Okay, what's the question?
Why?
Why?
Why is English so important in the world today?
Oh, good question.
It's it connects language skills to your personal goals.
Mm-hmm. All right, so it's not just about...
Whatever those goals are.
Yeah.
It's not just about getting a better job.
No.
Perhaps?
It's so much more than that.
Yeah.
It talks about how English can open up
Yeah.
a whole world of information.
Like a secret library.
Yeah, and culture.
Oh, wow.
Imagine, understanding cutting-edge research.
Oh, yeah.
Or connecting with people from all walks of life.
Mm.
Or even, enjoying movies and music.
On a deeper level.
Yeah.
Yeah, without subtitles.
Totally.
That would be amazing.
It's about expanding your horizons.
Wow.
In ways you might not have even considered.
The guide actually even says that learning another language can make you smarter. It can boost your memory and problem-solving skills.
Wow, I'm sold. How do we do it?
Okay, so how do we get all these amazing benefits?
Yeah.
Well, the guide says the cornerstone is immersion.
Immersion. Oh,
Not just studying, but surrounding yourself with the language.
good. And they actually get really specific about this.
Oh, okay.
They talk about active immersion,
Active, okay.
which is actually speaking,
Uh-huh.
and passive immersion,
Oh, interesting. What's that?
which is more about absorbing the language.
Oh, so just hearing it around you.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what would these look like?
Yeah, give me some examples.
In real life?
Yeah.
Give me some examples.
Sure.
Okay, so for passive immersion,
Okay.
the guide talks about changing your phone
Mm-hmm.
and computer settings to English.
Oh, that's a good idea.
You'd be surprised by how much you actually
Yeah.
glance at those menus.
Right.
It becomes this constant low-level exposure.
Oh, I like that.
It's brilliant, right?
Yeah.
What about active immersion?
Okay, what about that?
Actually using the language.
Yeah.
The guide recommends consuming
Trimming, okay.
English language media.
Okay.
Like movies, TV shows,
Mhm.
podcasts, like this one.
Of course, this one. But the key is to choose things you genuinely enjoy.
Okay.
So it feels like fun, not work.
Right, not a chore.
Yeah.
Okay.
And here's a cool tip.
Oh, I like tips.
Use voice assistants.
Right.
Like Siri or Alexa for casual chat.
So, just talk to them.
Yeah. Ask about the weather.
Okay.
Set reminders.
Okay.
Anything.
Oh, that's fun.
You'll be working on your pronunciation
Oh, great.
and getting used to everyday phrases.
That's so much better than...
That's way more interesting than just repeating vocabulary drills.
Totally, yeah. Way more fun.
So why does this whole immersion thing?
Yeah, why does it work so
It
well?
works so well.
What's the science behind it?
It's because it taps into how our brains are wired for language.
Okay.
When you're constantly exposed,
Mm-hmm.
your brain starts picking up patterns
Uh-huh.
and rules subconsciously.
Oh, wow.
It's like learning through osmosis,
Okay.
but for language.
Got it.
But it's not enough to just passively absorb, right?
All right, we need to actually use it.
We need to actually speak.
Yeah, get out there and talk.
Exactly. And the guide stresses that connection with native speakers
Native speakers, okay.
is crucial.
Mm-hmm.
What are some ways we can do that besides,
Yeah,
moving to an English-speaking country?
right.
The guide really recommends finding language exchange partners.
Language exchange. Oh,
There are tons of apps and websites for that.
oh, cool.
Also, consider joining conversation clubs
Conversation club.
where you can practice
Oh, that's a good idea.
in a relaxed setting.
Yeah, low pressure.
Yeah.
I like it.
The key is just getting comfortable with speaking,
All right.
even if you make mistakes.
Which we will
Oh, yeah.
all the time.
And I bet attending events where English is spoken could be helpful too,
Oh, yeah, definitely.
like film festivals, concerts, even just hanging out at a cafe
Right.
where English is the main language.
Yeah, just immerse yourself
Hey.
in the environment.
It's about pushing past that comfort zone
Right.
and realizing that mistakes are a crucial part of the process.
Oh, absolutely.
The more you embrace them,
Yeah.
the faster you'll improve.
I love how this guide actually reframes mistakes as stepping stones.
Yes.
I find that really empowering.
It is. Okay, so we've got immersion and speaking covered.
Okay, what about?
But what about those other essential skills?
Yeah,
Reading and writing.
Oh, yeah, those are important too.
The guide argues that they're just as vital
As speaking
and listening.
Wow, okay.
It suggests actively engaging with English text.
Okay, how do we do that?
Like joining a book club.
Oh, a book club, okay.
Where you discuss the ideas in English.
That's good, yeah.
Imagine, like, finishing a book and being able to debate its themes and characters.
Wow.
All in English.
That's impressive.
I love that.
Yeah.
It's like leveling up your book club experience. What about writing?
Oh, yeah, writing. That's a tough one.
How do we fit that into the mix?
Yeah, good question.
Think about keeping a journal.
A journal, okay.
Engaging in online forums.
Okay.
Even starting a blog in English.
A blog, okay.
Writing forces you to think about grammar, sentence structure, and vocabulary more deliberately.
You have to think about it more.
Yeah, it's like taking all that passive knowledge and putting it into action.
Putting it into practice, yeah.
And of course, we can't forget about technology.
Oh, yeah, technology's huge.
This guide dives into language learning apps, online courses, even virtual reality experiences.
Oh, virtual reality.
It feels like there are endless options out there.
It's overwhelming.
It is overwhelming.
Yeah.
And this guide helps us navigate that overwhelming world.
Yeah.
It highlights the advantage of structured learning.
Structured learning, okay.
That apps and courses provide. They often use gamification.
Gamification, I like that.
Making the process fun and engaging.
Oh, that's smart.
It specifically mentions Duolingo and Babbel.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of those.
Which break learning into bite-sized chunks.
Okay.
And use points and levels to keep you motivated.
Oh, that's clever.
That gamification aspect is really smart.
It is.
I've noticed those apps can be pretty addictive.
Oh, yeah, they can.
Which is actually a good thing in this case.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah. You want to keep coming back for more.
But it's not just about apps.
No.
The guide reminds us about the incredible resources available through online courses and YouTube tutorials.
Oh, YouTube.
You can find in-depth explanations of grammar, vocabulary building techniques, and pronunciation tips, all for free.
That's amazing free resources.
It's amazing. It's like having a personal tutor available 24/7.
Wow, that's awesome.
But with all these options,
it's a lot.
Immersion, speaking practice, reading, writing, tech tools. It can feel a little overwhelming.
It is overwhelming.
How do we keep from getting lost?
Yeah. How do we stay focused?
In all of that.
Yeah, good question.
That's where goal setting comes in.
Goal setting, okay.
Which is another major theme in this guide.
Okay.
It stresses the importance of setting both short-term and long-term goals.
Short-term and long-term, okay.
This helps break down the learning process into manageable steps. And it keeps you focused on what you want to achieve.
So instead of
just aiming for fluency.
Yeah, fluency is such a big...
It feels huge and abstract. We break it down into smaller, more concrete goals.
More concrete goals, okay.
What are some examples?
Yeah, give me some examples.
Of what those could look like.
Yeah.
The guide gives some great examples.
Okay, yeah.
For short-term goals.
Short-term, okay.
It suggests setting daily vocabulary targets.
Vocabulary targets, okay.
Maybe you aim to learn 5 new words every day.
5 new words, okay.
And then you try to use them. In sentences throughout the week.
Okay, that's doable.
That feels totally doable.
Right.
Yeah.
I like that.
It's about those small, consistent wins.
Small wins, yeah.
Exactly. Keep you motivated for weekly goals.
Weekly goals, okay.
The guide recommends focusing on speaking practice.
Speaking practice, okay.
Maybe you aim for a certain number of hours of conversation.
Okay.
Either with a language exchange partner or by joining a conversation club.
Okay.
It's about finding a rhythm.
A rhythm, okay.
That works for you.
Got it.
And I love that the guide emphasizes actually using the language.
Yes.
Not just memorizing rules.
Right, getting out there and actually talking.
It's about getting out there and communicating.
Yeah.
Even if it feels a little scary at first.
Yeah, you got to push past that fear.
But we all know that language learning
isn't
always, it's not easy.
A walk in the park.
No.
There are going to be challenges.
Yeah.
Moments of frustration.
For sure.
Maybe even a few tears along the way.
Definitely some tears.
How does the guide address that?
Yeah. How do we deal with those tough moments?
It definitely doesn't sugarcoat the challenges.
Okay.
But it encourages us to shift our perspective.
Shift our perspective, how?
Instead of viewing those tough moments as failures, it reframes them.
It reframes them
as valuable learning opportunities.
Oh, I like that.
That's such a powerful mindset shift.
It is.
Instead of beating ourselves up over mistakes, we use them to pinpoint areas where we need more practice.
More practice. Okay, good strategy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the guide goes a step further by emphasizing self-compassion.
Self-compassion, okay.
It reminds us that everyone learns at their own pace.
At their own pace, yeah.
And it's crucial to be kind to ourselves.
Be kind to ourselves throughout the process.
I think that's something we all need to hear.
I know I do. Yeah. Especially when we're learning something new and feeling a little vulnerable.
It's easy to get caught up.
It's so easy to get caught up in comparing ourselves to others.
Yeah, to others who seem like they're doing better than us.
Yeah, which can be really demotivating.
It can be.
Yeah, for sure.
But this guide reminds us
to
focus on our own progress.
Our own progress.
Celebrate our own wins.
Yeah.
And be patient with ourselves.
Be patient, yes.
And it reminds us that we're not alone.
Not alone, okay.
On this journey. There's a whole community.
A community.
Of language learners out there who are going through
the same
things,
the same ups and downs,
the same struggles.
That sense of community
can be so powerful.
It can be really helpful, yeah.
Having people to share experiences with, get feedback from,
and motivate each other.
Yes, support each other.
It's a game changer.
It is.
The guide suggests joining language groups, either online or in person.
Okay.
Attending meetups,
or
connecting with other learners. Through language exchange apps.
Through apps, okay.
These communities provide a space to share experiences, celebrate successes, offer encouragement, and just remind each other that we're all in this together.
We're all in this together, yeah.
I've definitely found that having that support system
can
make a huge difference.
It can.
Especially when you're feeling stuck or discouraged.
Yeah, those tough moments.
Sometimes just hearing other people's stories and struggles can give you the boost.
The boost, yeah.
You need to keep going.
Keep going, yeah, that motivation.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And there's something powerful about celebrating each other's successes.
Oh, yeah.
No matter how small they may seem.
Right. Those small wins.
Did you have a great conversation with a native speaker this week?
Oh, yeah.
Share it with the group.
Share it with the group, okay.
And let everyone celebrate with you.
Celebrate, yeah, like that.
Did you finally master that tricky grammar rule?
Oh, those tricky grammar rules.
That's been tripping you up.
Yeah.
Brag about it.
Brag about it, okay.
These little wins.
Those little wins.
Can be incredibly motivating.
They can be, yeah.
It's like having a cheerleading squad.
A cheerleading squad, that's a good way to put it.
For your English learning journey.
I like that.
And speaking of motivation.
Yeah, motivation.
How does the guide suggest we stay motivated?
Stay motivated, okay.
Over the long haul.
Yeah, the long process.
Learning a new language is a marathon.
It is a marathon, not a sprint.
Not a sprint.
Right.
The guide reminds us that while consistency is key.
Consistency, yeah.
It's also important to be flexible.
Flexible, okay.
And listen to our needs.
Listen to our needs, all right.
It's okay to take breaks.
Breaks, yeah.
When we're feeling burned out.
Burned out.
Or overwhelmed.
Yeah, we all need those breaks sometime.
In fact, sometimes stepping away for a bit can help us come back.
Come back refreshed.
With renewed energy and focus.
I agree. Sometimes you just need to step away for a little bit.
It's like hitting the reset button, right?
Yes, exactly. A reset.
Sometimes we need a little distance to come back with a fresh perspective.
A fresh perspective. I like that.
And sometimes we just need to remind ourselves.
Remind ourselves, yeah.
Why we started.
Why we started, okay.
This journey in the first place.
Ah, that's a good point.
Why is English important to you?
Yeah, why are you doing this?
What doors do you hope it will open for you?
What are your goals?
Maybe it's about advancing your career.
Okay.
Traveling the world with confidence. Or connecting with people from different cultures.
Yeah, all great reasons.
Take a moment.
Take a moment to
To reconnect with that deeper motivation.
Not deeper motivation, yeah.
Write it down.
Write it down, okay.
Create a vision board.
A vision board, right.
Or just visualize yourself achieving those goals.
Visualize, yeah.
That visualization technique
Visualization
is so powerful.
It is. It can really help.
It can help you stay focused on the big picture.
On the big picture, yeah.
Even when you're feeling bogged down.
Bogged down in the details.
In the details.
Yeah.
And remember, even small actions.
Small actions.
Taken consistently over time.
Consistently over time.
Can lead to remarkable results.
They can, yeah.
So as we wrap up this part of our deep dive.
Okay.
I challenge you.
Challenge us to
think about one small step.
One small step, okay.
You can take today.
Today. All right. All right, to move closer.
To move closer to.
To your English language goals.
To our English language goals, got it.
Maybe it's something as simple as.
Simple as.
Changing your phone settings to English. Okay, phone settings.
Reading one article in English.
One article.
Or listening to one English podcast.
Right, I can do that.
No action is too small.
No action is too small. Mm-hmm.
The important thing is to make a commitment to yourself.
Make a commitment.
And take that first step.
Take that first step, yeah.
And we'll be right back to explore even more strategies.
More strategies, great.
From this amazing guide.
Okay.
And help you unlock the power of dedicated effort.
Dedicated effort.
In your language learning journey.
In our language learning journey, awesome.
So stick around.
Yeah, we'll be right back. So as we think about taking those small steps towards our goals, this guide really emphasizes the importance of having a solid plan. A plan.
It's not enough to just passively consume English content.
Right.
You need to be strategic.
Okay.
About your learning.
Strategic, got it.
So how do we actually turn those good intentions
how do we do
into a concrete plan?
Yeah.
Well, this guide mentions goal setting quite a bit. Goal setting, yeah, it does.
Right. It breaks down the importance of setting both short-term and long-term goals.
Short-term and long-term.
Think of it like training for a marathon.
Yeah, okay.
You wouldn't just try to run 26 miles on day one.
Definitely not.
Would you?
I can barely run around the block.
Exactly.
So how does that marathon analogy apply to language learning?
It's about breaking down those big, ambitious goals.
Okay.
Like becoming fluent.
Which feels huge and abstract.
Right. It's this big, overwhelming idea.
Yeah.
So instead of getting overwhelmed by that, you break it down into smaller, manageable steps.
Okay. I like that.
So you're not trying to tackle everything at once.
Smaller steps.
Smaller steps, exactly.
Okay. I'm starting to see how that would be less intimidating.
Yeah, much less intimidating.
So what would those smaller steps actually look like?
Okay. So for short-term goals,
okay.
The guide suggests things like setting daily vocabulary targets.
Vocabulary targets, okay.
So for example, you could aim to learn 5 new words each day.
5 new words, okay.
And then try to use them naturally.
Use them, yeah.
In conversations throughout the week.
Okay, that feels achievable.
Right.
It's about building those small, consistent habits.
Small, consistent habits, exactly.
Yeah.
And for weekly goals.
Weekly goals, okay.
The guide recommends focusing on speaking practice.
Speaking practice, all right.
So maybe you aim for 2 hours of conversation practice each week.
2 hours a week, okay.
Either with a language exchange partner or by joining a conversation club.
Okay, I like that.
Something like that.
What I really appreciate about this guide is that it constantly emphasizes actually using the language.
Yes, using it.
Not just memorizing rules.
It's about putting it into practice.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
It's about developing that fluency and confidence.
Fluency and confidence, yeah.
That comes from real-world practice.
Exactly. You can't just learn it from a textbook.
But we can't forget about those big picture goals either, right?
The long-term goals.
How do we approach those without feeling overwhelmed?
Okay, so let's say your goal is to reach a B2 or C1 level of proficiency.
B2 or C1, okay.
Which is a pretty advanced level.
Yeah, that's pretty advanced.
The guide suggests breaking that down into smaller milestones based on specific skills.
So instead of saying, I want to be fluent, you'd ask yourself.
Ask yourself what?
What specific skills do I need to master?
Specific skills, okay.
To reach that level.
I like that, yeah.
Precisely.
So maybe you realize you need to improve your essay writing skills.
Okay, essay writing for like an exam or something.
Yeah, for an exam or for school. Or maybe you want to feel more confident giving presentations in English at work.
Presentations, yeah.
Something like that.
So then you could set smaller goals.
Smaller goals, okay.
Like writing 1 practice essay each week.
Okay, 1 essay a week.
Or rehearsing a presentation several times before the big day.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Exactly.
It's about having that clear roadmap.
Roadmap. I like that.
That keeps you motivated.
Keeps you on track. Yeah.
And on track. Exactly.
But let's be real for a second.
Okay, let's be real.
Language learning can be tough.
It can be really challenging.
Even with a great plan, there are going to be times.
There are going to be times when
you feel frustrated.
Frustrated, or discouraged.
Or like you want to give up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How does the guide suggest we handle
how do we handle those bumps in the road?
those inevitable bumps in the road?
Yeah, those tough moments.
Well, one of the things that stood out to me is that the guide encourages us to change how we view those challenging moments.
Oh, okay. Change how we view them. How?
Instead of seeing them as failures.
Okay. Not as failures.
The guide suggests reframing them.
Reframing them as
learning opportunities.
Oh, learning opportunities. I like that.
It's a much more positive way.
Of looking at it.
Yeah.
Mistakes become valuable feedback.
Feedback, okay.
That helps us identify areas
where we need
to focus our efforts.
Okay, that makes sense.
I love that.
Yeah, it takes the pressure off.
It does.
Right.
It allows us to approach those moments
Approaching them with
a sense of curiosity
rather
than self-criticism.
Self-criticism, we don't need that.
Yeah.
So instead of beating ourselves up, we're like, okay, what can I learn from this?
Exactly. And the guide emphasizes self-compassion.
Self-compassion, okay.
It reminds us that everyone learns at their own pace.
At their own pace, yeah.
And we shouldn't compare ourselves to others.
Oh, comparing ourselves, that's a dangerous game.
It is. It's so easy to get caught up in that comparison trap.
It is, especially with social media.
Oh, yeah.
You see everyone else.
It's like everyone's cooping.
Perfect.
Yeah.
But this guide reminds us to focus on our own progress. Our own progress. Okay.
Celebrate our own wins.
Celebrate our wins, yeah.
And be patient with ourselves.
Be patient. It's the process.
And it reminds us that we're not alone.
We're not alone on this journey.
There's
a whole community out there.
A whole community of
other language learners.
Oh, other language learners.
Who are going through the same thing.
Going through the same ups and downs.
The same struggles, the same joys.
And connecting with them.
Connecting with them can
be a game changer.
It can be so helpful, yeah.
So what are some practical ways
to
tap into that community support?
Yeah, how do we find these people?
The guide suggests joining language groups.
Language groups, okay.
Either online or in person.
Online or in person, okay.
Attending meetups. We're connecting with other learners through language exchange apps.
Language exchange apps, all right.
These communities provide a space.
A space
to share experiences.
Okay, share experiences.
Celebrate successes. Offer encouragement.
Yeah, support each other.
And just remind each other that we're all in this together.
We're all in this together, I like that.
I've definitely found that having that support system.
Yeah.
Can make a huge difference.
It can be so valuable.
Especially when you're feeling stuck.
Yeah.
Or discouraged.
Or like you want to quit.
Yeah, those are the tough times.
Yeah, for sure.
Sometimes just hearing other people's stories and struggles can give you the boost you need.
The boost, yeah.
To keep going.
That's so important.
Absolutely.
Yeah, sometimes you just need that little push.
And there's something really powerful
about celebrating
each other's success.
Yeah, celebrating together.
No matter how small they may seem.
No matter how small, those little wins.
Did you have a great conversation with a native speaker this week?
A great conversation, okay?
Share it with the group.
Share it.
And let everyone celebrate with you.
Celebrate those wins. I love that.
Did you finally master a tricky grammar rule?
Oh, those tricky grammar rules.
That's been tripping you up.
Yeah, those are the worst.
Brag about it.
Okay.
These little wins.
Yeah.
Can be incredibly motivating.
They can be. It's like a positive feedback loop.
It's like having a cheerleading squad.
I like that.
So your English learning journey.
Yeah, we all need a cheerleading squad.
And speaking of motivation.
Yeah.
How does the guide suggest we stay motivated over the long haul?
Because this is a long process.
Learning a new language is a marathon, after all.
It is a marathon, not a sprint.
We've established that.
Right. Exactly.
The guide reminds us.
Okay, what does it remind us?
That while consistency is key.
Consistency is so important.
It's also important to be flexible.
Okay.
And listen to our needs.
It's okay to take breaks.
Breaks are important. When we're feeling burned out or
overwhelmed, yeah, we all get there.
In fact, sometimes stepping away for a bit.
Stepping away, yeah.
Can help us come back.
come back
with renewed energy and focus.
Refreshed and ready to go.
It's like hitting the reset button, right?
The reset. I like that analogy.
Sometimes we need a little distance.
A little distance, yeah.
To come back with a fresh perspective.
A fresh perspective. Exactly.
And sometimes
we just need to remind ourselves
of
why we started this journey in the first place.
Oh, our why. That's a good point.
Why is English important to you?
Yeah, why are you learning English?
What doors do you hope it will open for you?
What are your goals?
Maybe it's about advancing your career.
Okay, career goals.
Traveling the world with confidence.
Traveling the world, that's a good one.
Or connecting with people from different cultures.
Connecting with people, yeah.
Take a moment.
I love it too.
To reconnect with that deeper motivation. That deeper motivation. Yeah, remember why you're doing this.
Write it down, okay.
Create a vision board.
A vision board, yeah.
Or just visualize yourself achieving those goals.
Visualize yourself succeeding. I love that.
That visualization technique is so powerful.
It is. It can really help you stay focused.
It can help you stay focused on the big picture.
The big picture, yeah.
Even when you're feeling bogged down in the details.
Those little details can be overwhelming sometimes.
Yeah, they can be.
And remember,
even small actions.
Small actions, okay?
Taken consistently over time.
Consistently, yeah.
Can lead to remarkable results.
They really can.
So as we wrap up this part of our deep dive,
okay,
I challenge you.
Challenge me too.
To think about one small step you can take today.
One small step today.
Okay. To move closer to your English language goals.
My English language goals, got it.
Maybe it's something as simple as changing your phone settings to English.
Okay, phone settings.
Reading one article in English.
One article. All right.
Or listening to one English podcast.
Okay, I can do that.
No action is too small.
No action too small. Got it.
The important thing is to make a commitment to yourself.
A commitment to myself.
And take that first step.
Take that first step. I like that. And we're back. Man, I'm still thinking about all those awesome tips we got from this guide.
Me too. It's amazing how much there is to think about.
Right. Like, it's more than just learning words.
Oh, way more.
It's like a whole strategy.
It is. You got to be intentional about it.
So we've talked about a lot, right?
Yeah, we covered a lot of ground.
Immersion, speaking practice, honing those reading and writing skills, leveraging technology.
All the cool apps and stuff.
Setting smart goals.
Yeah, so important.
Embracing those mistakes.
Mistakes are our friends.
Yes. And finding that awesome community support.
That's key.
But one thing that keeps coming up in this guide
what's that?
Is that language learning isn't just about acquiring a new skill.
It's not just about the language itself.
It's about, like, personal growth.
Oh, I like that.
It's about pushing your boundaries.
Yeah.
Expanding your horizon.
Becoming a better you.
Exactly. Becoming a more well-rounded person.
I love that.
Learning a new language. It opens so many doors.
It really does. It's like a key.
Literally and figuratively, right?
Yeah.
It allows you to connect with people.
From all over the world.
From different cultures.
Yeah.
Access a world of information and entertainment.
So much to learn. So much to see.
And just experience the world.
In a new way.
In a whole new way.
It changes your perspective.
And as we've been discussing all these strategies, I keep thinking about...
About what?
How unique each person's language learning journey is.
Oh, absolutely.
There's no one-size-fits-all approach.
No, we're all different.
What works for one person might not work for another.
You got to find what works for you.
Exactly. So, as you're listening to all this advice, do you feel pressured?
No pressure.
To do everything at once?
Yeah.
Or to follow every suggestion?
To the letter.
Perfectly, yeah.
Take what you need.
The key is to experiment.
Experiment with
different methods.
Okay.
Try out different resources and be open to adjusting
your approach.
Adjusting your approach.
Your approach as you go.
And remember
what?
The most important thing is to enjoy the process.
Oh, enjoy it, yes.
Learning a new language should be an adventure.
An adventure, not a chore.
Not a chore.
Right.
Exactly.
Right. It's about finding those moments.
Moments
of joy and excitement.
Those little wins.
That keep you coming back for more.
Keep you motivated, keep you going.
Whether it's the satisfaction.
Of
having a conversation with a native speaker.
Oh, yeah?
The thrill of finally understanding.
Like a
complex task.
Like a news article or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good feeling.
Or even the simple pleasure. The pleasure
of discovering a new word.
Oh, yeah. I love new words.
Those moments of delight.
Those little moments.
They fuel the journey.
They keep us going, yeah.
And they remind us.
What do they remind us?
That the journey itself
The journey
is just as important.
Just as important as the destination.
As the destination.
I love that.
So, as we wrap up this deep dive...
Okay, time to wrap it up.
I want to leave you with one final thought.
One final thought. Okay.
It's a call to action.
A call to action, all right?
It's a reminder.
A reminder that
even the smallest steps...
the small steps can
make a difference.
I agree.
What's one thing...
one thing you can do?
You can do today.
Today, okay.
To immerse yourself.
Immerse ourselves in.
More fully in the English language.
In English. Okay.
Small steps.
Yeah, maybe it's changing your phone settings to English.
Phone settings, easy.
Listening to an English song.
An English song, okay.
While you get ready in the morning.
In the morning, all right. Or reading one page.
One page
of a book in English before bed.
Okay, I can do that.
Or perhaps it's finally signing up.
Signing up for
to that language exchange app.
Oh, the language exchange app.
Yeah, you've been thinking about joining that online English conversation group.
Online conversation group.
Or watching a short video on YouTube.
YouTube, so many options.
In English, the point is to do something.
Do something, yeah.
Anything.
Anything to keep that momentum going.
Exactly, keep the ball rolling.
Remember, consistency is key.
Consistency, yes.
Even small actions taken consistently over time.
Over time.
Can lead to incredible results.
Incredible results.
So go out there.
Go out there and
explore the world of English.
Explore and never stop learning.
Never stop learning. I love that.
And who knows?
Who knows?
Maybe someday you'll be the one.
The one.
Sharing your own language learning tips.
Sharing my tips, wow.
And inspiring others.
Inspiring others, that's the goal.
To embark on this amazing journey.
This amazing journey. It is pretty amazing.
Until next time.
Until next time.
Happy learning.
Happy learning, everyone.